too. Hearing this, the little girl was furious. She cast her magic, and the nanny, like a hen, dropped an egg from her body. The next second, the mother-in-law also began dropping eggs non-stop. The two of them were in utter embarrassment. The little girl laughed proudly. At last, she could vent the woman's anger. The woman was shocked and speechless. Could the little girl really be an angel? Just then, the woman's husband and father-in-law returned home. The mother-in-law immediately dragged her son to complain, saying the woman had brought some random child home, but the little girl stepped forward, saying she wasn't just any child. She was the angel of fertility. But the husband was very dismissive. So he made a deal with the little girl. If within a month the woman didn't get pregnant, she would have to leave their house. After saying that, he left angrily. The woman was utterly desperate. She didn't believe she could ever conceive, and now her husband even wanted to drive away the child she adopted. At that moment, she didn't know that the little girl had already planned everything. That afternoon, the little girl found the two magical energy orbs and asked them why they refused to enter the woman's body. The energy orbs said they were in great pain because only the woman welcomed them in this home. The mother-in-law had secretly poisoned the woman so they couldn't become her children. Meanwhile, the woman stood in the living room, hesitating as she looked at the bowl of medicine the nanny handed her. This was something her mother-in-law had bought, a so-called special remedy from a famous doctor. She had been drinking it for 3 years, yet it never worked. And every time she drank it, she felt very unwell. This time she didn't want to drink it, but her mother-in-law and husband kept forcing her to drink it. In the end, she gave in. She lifted the bowl to drink. But just then, the little girl suddenly appeared and threw the bowl to the ground. She loudly told the woman that the medicine was poisoned and she must never drink it. The woman looked at the girl in confusion. The nanny was furious and retorted that the medicine was perfectly fine, saying the little girl was lying. The little girl calmly looked at the nanny and said, "There was another bowl right there on the table. If it was fine, the nanny should drink it herself." The nanny immediately shook her head and refused. Then the girl looked at the mother-in-law and asked if she dared to drink it. The mother-in-law lowered her head guiltily. The little girl picked up the bowl and poured it straight into the flower pot, mocking them for being shameless and vile. Right. Then the husband saw the situation turning bad and wanted to throw the little girl out immediately. The woman hurried to protect her, but the little girl stayed calm. She pointed at the flowers in the pot, and within just a minute, the flowers had completely withered. The woman finally woke up from years of lies. She looked at her unfamiliar husband and mother-in-law and swore she would take back everything that belonged to her.